Hey, how's everybody doing out there? Dan here from the 60s Rule Channel. Today my shop assistant's not here today. Bert, he had to go see his parole officer, so he'll probably be back next week sometime. So anyway, let's see. We got a couple of shout outs here. Look at this. We got some cards today. Let's check this out. We got James Morris, Morris Custom Model Shop. Yeah, old school. Modeling since 1960. That's my man. James, thank you so much for the car. And I love your channel. You're a great guy, awesome guy. And yeah, you keep doing that good work over there at your channel, all right? Really appreciate it. And I appreciate the kind words on the back. And, stay healthy, my friend, okay? All right. Next up is, yes, Frank from Frizzo's Model Cars, FMC. Thank you so much for the card, Frank. It took long enough to get here. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thank you for the kind words in the back, and thanks for your consideration. Frank was worried about me. A couple weeks ago, I was in the emergency room, and I was having heart palpitations, and I was in there for like 4 hours, and the doctors gave me every test known to mankind, and they couldn't find anything. And they said what I was experiencing was happens to 70% of the population. So he said, do you have any stress or anxiety? I said, well, yeah, I hired a new shop assistant a couple of weeks ago. He goes, oh, that's it. It's Bert's fault. No, all kidding aside, he said that's probably all it was. So I came home and I've been feeling great ever since. So he just told me to take it easy. So, all right. So, Frankie, thank you so much for the card. And I got this one from Frankie as well. So, we got another great card. Nice card, Frank. Love the card. Beautiful. And thank you for the kind words on the back also. And you know what we got here? A couple of channels here you got to go check out. We got this guy, JC's Garage, John C. Hey, man, go over to show the guy some love, man. This guy's only got a couple hundred subs, man. This guy should have a lot more subs than that. Come on, man. Go over there and check him out. He does some great builds. He likes muscle cars and hot rods and drag cars. Go check him out. And this one over here, Art Models. If you're a model builder, you would really appreciate what this guy does over there. He's from Russia. I believe he's from Russia anyway. And everything he does is narrated in Russia. So you're not going to understand what he's saying unless you speak Russian, of course. What he does is totally mind-blowing. He does cars, trucks, dioramas, small scale, large scale, ships, planes. The guy is totally unbelievable. Go check this guy out. You will not be disappointed. Go deep into his archives, man. I tell you, this guy's fantastic. So go check them out. So I figured, you know what, while I got you guys' attention, I might as well give you a tour of my little workshop here. Because, yeah, I'm going to be moving probably in another 3 weeks. So it's getting closer and closer to that time, guys. And the room that I am right now, it used to be my landlord's father's workshop. He was actually a photographer in New York City, and this was his dark room, believe it or not. I also have a sink here. I'll show you in a second. But it's a small room. It's about, I'd say, 8 feet by 6 feet. That's it. But I made good use of all the space. So let's pull this up over here, and we'll give you a quick tour. We'll start over here. I'm going to get this light out of the way. I got all my tools on the right side because I'm right-handed. So, I got all the basic tools here. I got the magnetic toolbar, files, screwdrivers, nippers, clippers, pliers, all that good stuff. And I got my handy-dandy Dremel over there. Oh, I can't tell you how many hours are on that thing. That is probably the most useful tool in the shop. Yeah, I love that thing. And I got the flex shaft too. Got to have the flex shaft. easy to maneuver. And going up here, oh, this little rotary tool, sometimes I don't feel like pulling out the Dremel. I think I picked this up on Amazon about a year ago. This is awesome, Herzo, and you can plug it into a USB charger. You get about 15 minutes of continuous runtime. I never ran the battery dead on this thing, but this thing is awesome. It's got 3 speeds on it and fits right in the palm of your hand. And it's got a little depression here. You can hold on to the tool. And this thing is awesome. I like this. Really cool tool. And let's see what we got. We got a bunch of clamps over here. Gotta have clamps, right? I got a bunch of these things. Christ. I use them all. And then some other attachments over here. And just got some odds and ends, a lot of pins and odds and ends over here in these boxes. And some crimping beads in there. You've seen on another video I showed. All right, and let's see what we got. We'll pan over here a little bit. I got all my odds and ends over here, connectors, chains. I keep all these little bits over here. You can know the watch parts. Those are great, man. I tell you, doing a custom build, O-rings, and it goes metal frames. It goes deep, but yeah, I keep those all organized up on here. So yeah, some more clamps. All my cutting tools there. And then I got all my styrene over here in the corner. Brass rod and aluminum rod. We keep that in the corner out of the way because, you know, we don't use that too much. So it takes up a lot of space. So I got those in the corner. And then I'm going to, let's see, let me pan back a little bit and show you my paint rack over here. Actually, this paint rack here, I made that. Actually, the shelves, let me show you close up. You see these metal brackets here? Actually, I can get a closer look. Show you what I mean. They're actually, you know, those drop ceilings they sell, you know, Home Depot and Lowe's and whatever. These are the runners. They come in 2-foot sections, the cross sections. They're 2 feet, and it's got a little lip on it. You see that? There's a lip on there, right? Keeps the paint from falling off. Perfect, perfect for these bottles. So I found a bunch of them laying around my job, so I picked them up and I just screwed them in, 1 screw on each side, and I put a 1/4-inch backboard on it, and it's just hanging right on my pegboard. And it accommodates all that paint there. Yep. And then we pan over here a little bit, and I got this rack for the acrylics. Gotta have the acrylics, man. I use a lot. As you can tell here, everything I use is acrylic. There's actually no enamel here. The reason for that is because, I'll show you in a minute, I have no way to vent anything else. So over the years, I've learned how to airbrush acrylics. You know, you just practice and you see what works for you. Actually, enamels would probably work a lot better. But like I said, I got nowhere to vent the you know, lacquers and enamels out of here. So even though I do have a paint booth, I can only do acrylics. So anyway, those are all my acrylics there. And actually this rack, I picked this up on Amazon. I can't find this no more. I got this dirt cheap and I picked it up. It's perfect for these. And we got some more paints over there, some Mission models I showed you in a couple videos ago. And some Model Master paints. These, excuse me guys, these Model Master paints over here, I went to a local hobby shop, Bayshore Hobbies in Long Island, and this guy has so much stock in his store, you can only fit 1 person down the aisle at a time. You can't even see where the shelves are. So I just asked the guy, just for the hell, I said, you got any Model Master paints? He goes, oh yeah. He moves like 20 boxes out there, and there's a rack in there. I said, oh crap, because you know they discontinued those, and I really like those. You know, they're good for hand painting, you know. And I never airbrushed it yet, but it is good for hand painting. It levels itself out. Good stuff, good stuff. And let's see, we'll pan back here. I got let me see if I can pan back a little more. Like I said, this is a very small room. Every time I turn around somewhere, I knock something over. So I'll give you an overall view and get the light out of the way. And then I have all these shelves over here. We got all supplies in here. There's a little rack on the bottom here. That's for circuit boards. And it's got a spring on it. You put it together, and it's good for holding, models and stuff or whatever. And we got odds and ends in there. And, oh, gotta have salt. Gotta have salt. And we got all our tapes are in there. Here's all my weathering supplies, my chalks, Vallejo pigments, pens, and all my polishing stuff is in here. We got all the sandpaper here. We got all my Matchbox restorations going here. I might do a couple of those. I can't build anything else because everything's boxed up and put away. And we got some more styrene in here. And materials, felt, whatever for the interiors. And just a bunch of cardboard odds and ends. And that's about it on top. And then painting over here, we got the old handy dandy hair dryer. That's for the acrylics. Get that paint to dry a lot faster. And yeah, some more liquids over there. IPA Pledge. And then we got my flow improver. We got my homebrew acrylic thinner. I use this to dilute my acrylic craft paints with, and distilled water, airbrush cleaner. Basically, this is simple green. I run that through the airbrush. It does a pretty good job. And then we got these Vallejo primers. Now, these primers, they really don't take very well to styrene. I can tell you that right now. It's good for, maybe a military build or a plane or something. But when I'm doing a custom paint job on a car or something, I will not trust this, because if I'm doing taping, it'll pull this right off. The tape will just take it right off. But, for, build like, if doing a rat rod or a rusty paint job, or you want to put some primer down, that's okay. Because sometimes during the winter I can't paint outside, with my my rattle can, so I have to use these on the inside. So, and then you got these varnishes here, and this matte is good for when I want to dull color any of my military builds, or you just want a flat finish. I use this right out of the bottle. Don't even have to dilute it. And yeah, let's see, going over here is my carousel. And you got all your basic stuff on there, glues, adhesives, decal set over there, micro scale, and we got your adhesives over here. And there's all my Molotov pens, and we got the 5-minute epoxy, all your basic stuff right here. These tubes over here, let me warn you about this, okay? I bought 4 of these plastic tubes. It's got a needle adapter on it, really fine. You can only put certain liquids in there, because what happened was I put this extra thin inside one of these bottles, and it ate right through the plastic. The next day I go on my tray, and it's full with adhesive. So, the only thing that works in there is the Tamiya Extra Thick. That seems to work okay. And the CA Extra Thick, it won't eat through the bottle. But, you got to be careful what you put in those bottles, So, and going back over here, here's my paint booth right there. And here's the airbrushes. I only have 2 airbrushes, and it works fine for me. I got my my TR1, which I converted to a TR2, because the TR1 had a .35 needle in it, and I wanted a broader spray pattern, so I went to I converted this to a TR2, which has a .5, so I changed the head unit, the nozzle cover, and the needle. It cost me about $50, and everybody's saying, well, why don't you just buy the TR2? Hey, it's an afterthought, But anyway, this is my workhorse. Most of my work is done with that. And this is actually my first Iwata I bought. This is the Iwata HPC. This works very well, for my fades and, delicate work, stencil work. So those are the 2 guys I use right there. And then we got my trusty air compressor down here. So far, I had this about 5 or 6 years, no problem. The only thing that happened, I found a little pinhole at the bottom of the tank. I guess I probably didn't drain it out well. You got to check that once in a while. You build up condensation. So I epoxied that and it's working great. But the air compressor, the motor itself, works great. And there's, there's the old paint booth. So I just got it surrounded with a bunch of cardboard there. So sometimes, you get some of the overspray gets past the filters and goes in the back. So that'll catch some of it there. And some more supplies up here, Got some Liquitex there. I like to mix that in my home brew for my acrylic thinner. I bought that stuff at Michael's. It was less than half price, so I bought it. When you see stuff on sale, guys, pick it up, man, because the prices of everything are going through the friggin' roof. So if you have a sale, jump on it. And there's that's the one convenience, one advantage of having a small room. I got a sink right there, so hey, you can't beat that, man. And let's pan around this side. Don't get dizzy, guys. All these shelves that I put up over here, I don't know if you can see it. I got all my dioramas already stretch wrapped, ready to go. These shelves were filled with kits, unbuilt kits, but they're all packed away now. So, and then this section over here is all my N-scale equipment, locomotives. You hear that, Frank? Frank Frizzo? Yeah, he's into N-scale too. Next video, Frank, we're going to do some, we're going to feature some N-scale, all right? Yeah, they're all packed away, ready to go. So, and there's this shelf on top over here. Those drawers, that's all my diorama supplies up there. So everything's, nice and neat. It's packed to the max, but, I know where everything is, even though it's a small space, you got to utilize what you got, So hopefully when I move, I'm going to have an entire room to myself plus a garage. Oh, man, I can't wait. I can't wait, guys. But, not being able to build anything is really killing me, man, I'm telling you. But you guys, keep putting out those videos, I'm going to keep watching, man. We're going to keep in touch. So, all right, I think that's it. This video went long enough. And listen, guys, I'll probably put on maybe 1 or 2 more, I guess, And listen, you guys take care. Have a nice night and keep on building.